Hi everyone, this is Elaine. Together with my teammates Megan, Chris, and Kai, we created an Emory Sports Field Schedule Excel model that will help club sports coordinator Juliana find an optimal schedule. The application of our model is not limited to sport field scheduling, but can also be used by other facilities for space assignments. Currently, there is no model used. A physical survey is distributed to all club sports executives and gives them one line to input all their potential preferences, thus limiting the number of choices they can submit. Juliana then has to manually create a schedule. We believe we can help. Hence, I will pass this on to Megan, who will introduce to you our innovative solution.
Thanks, Elaine. With our model, we translated the physical survey into a Google form that would automatically record their responses and update in our Excel model. By automating the process, our model not only makes scheduling more efficient, but with our bidding system, also makes it more likely for each sport to get its ideal schedule, since teams can now submit up to 5 choices. Whereas before, if there was a conflict amongst the top choices, teams would randomly get assigned a time. And now Chris and Kai will walk you through our final model.
Here we have the form that club executive members will use to fill out for their practice times. They simply input their name, their position in the club, what club they are representing, and how many days they choose to practice. It next pulls up instructions for how to fill out the form. After reading the instructions, the executive member can insert the days that they wish to practice, as well as how many points they wish to bid for that practice time. The people filling out this form are required to bid on 4 separate times and have the option to bid on a 5th time if they so wish. After submitting the form, that response is automatically recorded onto our Google Sheet. As you can see here, we just filled out on behalf of Anna M. for Women's Ultimate. This sheet automatically is sorted alphabetically by club name. When you then open the Excel workbook, you are met with a welcome page with instructions to have OpenSolver installed on Excel, which you can see we do have already. The command buttons then prompt you through 4 steps. The first one is to refresh data from Google Sheets, which you can see it automatically did, as we now have the observation from Anna representing Women's Ultimate. The next step is to clean the data. There is VBA code that automatically cleans the data and brings you back to the welcome page. For reference, that VBA command copies all the Google responses, pastes the values into a new tab so that it can be easier to work with. It then transposes the data, and we have search functions that then match the code and bid into a matrix for each sport. As you can see, Women's Ultimate had just bid on time 1-5, time 2-5, time 4-5, and time 3-5. The command for running the model will now run OpenSolver through the entire process. As you can see, it just did. For reference, here is what our OpenSolver sheet looks like. Here are all the inputs of bids for each sport, for which time they choose. The constraints we have in place are that for any given time, there cannot be more than 2 teams practicing because there are only 2 fields available. Additionally, from the Google Sheet, where teams could request how many days they wanted to practice, whether that was 1 through 7, that is another constraint that we have here. And finally, we have a constraint where a team can only practice once on any given day. So now that we ran the model, you can press on the 4th step to view the final schedule, which we have displayed in 2 ways here. You have the sports with which day and time they have, as well as another table that assigns teams to which specific field. So in the event that Monday on 8 to 10 p.m., we have 2 teams practicing, Men's Ultimate is assigned to Kaminsky Field 1, and Women's Lacrosse is assigned to Kaminsky Field 2.
Now, with only 4 clicks of a button, Juliana has an optimized field schedule for the semester.